Okay guys, so continue with the measures of central tendency. The second measure is the mean, or we can say the average. What is the meaning of this average or this mean? Well, basically it represents the center of the data set of your collected data. Okay, so in this case we have a formula. The mean is going to be the sum of the data values divided by the number of data. Okay, here something that is super important is that we can use this symbol, okay, x, with the little bar here. It means the mean or average. Okay, so every single time that you have the bar here, it means mean or average. If we have, for example, y, and then this means the mean of y. Okay, it doesn't matter that we have p, and this is p's means. Okay, so example, super easy. This is super common. Okay, Valentina received the following grades. This, okay, we have physics, mathematics, English, biology, history. So find her mean. Remember, it's the sum of values. So basically, it's something like this: 82 plus 90 plus 88 plus 84 plus 86 divided by the number of grades in this case. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grades, 5 subjects, so divided by 5. And remember, this means the mean. Okay, so we can perform this operation and we can find the mean. So give me a moment. According to my calculator, this is 86, so we can say the mean is 86. That's it, or the average. This is the easy situation, the easiest one. Then we can have this situation when we have a frequency table. In this case, we can use a new formula. Okay, we can use this formula. Where's my formula? This one. What is the meaning of sigma? Sigma means the sum. This is the sum. So basically it's the sum of what? Of the frequency times the variable, in this case a grade. So remember, frequency is the number of repetitions. So these two represents that this grade is repeated 2 times. This 6 means, well, this 4 means that is repeated, this number 6 repeat 4 times. Okay, so what happens when we have this situation? We need to add a new column here, like this, with the multiplication fx. Okay, so let me complete my table, something like this. So we had 7 times 2, then we are going to multiply 7 times 2, this is 14, 6 times 4, okay. Okay, now that we have this new column, we are going to follow the formula. We have this, the sum of these first. This is the sum of the multiplication divided by the sum of the frequency. So basically we need 2 sums. We have the sum, the sum of these frequencies, the sum of the frequencies. So we need to sum 2, where's my laser? 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0. Okay, then we need the sum of 14, 24, 40, 12, 6, 2, and 0. So according to my calculator, the sum, the sum of frequency is going to be 20. Then the sum of the multiplication is 98. Okay, if my calculations are correct, we have something like this. Okay, this is the sum of the multiplication. The sum of f times x is 98. Once that we have this, we can use the formula. X, and then this means the mean, is going to be the sum of the multiplication, 98 divided by 20. Divided by 20. Okay, so we can say 4.9. In this case, this is a grave. That's it. This is what we need to do when we have a frequency table. But then we have a special situation. Continue with the mean. We have special case. You need to be very, very careful with this special case. This is only when we have group frequency table, basically when we have continuous data. Continuous data. Remember, continuous is something that we can measure. What is the problem here? If we want to find if we want to use the same formula, we cannot use it because between 0, remember we have intervals. So we have this interval between 0 and 2, we have two numbers. It's repeated 2 times. But here we have many numbers between 0 and 2. It could be 1, it could be 1.1, it could be 0.5. So that is the problem, because we have to do something a little bit different. So what can we do? When the data is grouped, use the midpoint of each interval. Then we can estimate the mean or average. Okay, so what is the midpoint? Pay attention, this is an example. In this case, we have find the mean or estimate the mean, and we have this group frequency table using obviously continuous data. So what we are going to use is the midpoint. The midpoint means what is the number between 0 and 2? What is the number between 2 and 4? Between 4 and 6? Okay, so we are going to do this, and remember, this will be an estimation. So pay attention. Basically, we have to do something like this, a new table. Okay, so we are going to use the midpoint or the mid-interval value. So what is the number, pay attention, what is the number between 0 and 2? Well, this is super easy, the number 1. Between 2 and 4, 3. Then we have 5, 7. Okay, remember the midpoint is the number between 0 and 2, between 2 and 4, between 4 and 6. Okay, then we can do exactly the same. We can multiply. Okay, once that we have completed our table, we can do exactly the same. We can follow the formula. We can say the sum of the multiplication, so this is 36 divided by the sum of the frequencies, so in this case 10, so this will be 3.6, and this is the estimated mean. Okay, this is an estimation. This is estimation or approximation, and that's it. This is the special case about finding the mean.